Alright, fellow hunters, I'm back now, so now let's continue our look at Supernatural Season 3 with Dream a Little Dream of Me. Bobby's looking around an old house when a woman jumps out and attacks him. Suddenly the scene cuts to a maid entering a motel room, unable to wake a sleeping Bobby. Sam is in a bar drinking alone and Dean enters, wondering why he's drinking whiskey at 2 in the afternoon. Sam admits he's upset about being unable to save Dean because Dean doesn't want to be saved. He has seen how he could care so little about himself. Dean gets a phone call before answering. At the hospital, Bobby's in a coma and the doctor tells him he doesn't know what's causing it or how to treat it. Sam and Dean check Bobby's motel room and find his research clippings in the closet, along with an article about a doctor who died by going to sleep and not waking up. The doctor was conducting a sleep study at the time. Sam stays behind to research while Dean goes to the doctor's office. Dean eventually finds a young man who was part of the sleep study, Jeremy Frost, and he offers Dean a beer. Dean drinks it. Jeremy has a condition where he can't dream naturally, and the study allowed him to dream by drinking tea made of African dream root. Back in Bobby's hospital room, Sam tells Dean about African dream root, which allows people to enter other people's dreams. There's a surmise that someone killed the doctor, this way he's now going after Bobby. Bobby screams in his dream, hiding in a closet from whomever's after him. Dean suggests to Sam that they take the dream root again inside Bobby's dream to save him. Sam points out it's hard to come by, so Dean suggests contacting Bella. Sam's on the computer and hears a knock on the door. Bella comes in wearing a beige trench coat and takes off the coat, revealing lingerie underneath. She kisses Sam when they lay on the bed in a heat of passion, just before Dean shouts to Sam to wake up. Sam wakes up rattled, especially when Dean mentions Bella. There's a knock at the door and Bella enters for real, freaking out Sam more. She gives Dean the African dream root, claiming she's doing this for Bobby because he saved her life in Flagstaff. Dean kicks her out. Sam makes 2 glasses of tea and puts some of Bobby's hair in them so they can enter his dream. They drink and find that they are in a version of Bobby's house. Sam goes outside and enters a bright, technical world full of flowers and birds singing. The door slams behind him, separating him from Dean. Dean searches the house and finds Bobby in the closet. He tells Bobby this is a dream, but Bobby doesn't believe him when a woman approaches them with stab marks all over her, scaring Bobby. Bobby tells Dean that the woman is Bobby's wife. The woman confronts Bobby over why he stabbed her, and Bobby claims she was possessed, and he didn't know how to save her back then. Dean pulls him away. Outside, Sam gets whacked with a baseball bat and sees Jeremy, who's angry to find Sam there. Inside, Dean convinces Bobby to take control of the dream and the woman disappears. They'll wake up a split second before Sam gets his head bashed in. At the hospital, Dean asks Bobby about his wife. Bobby confesses that everyone gets in hunting somehow, and thanks Dean for saving him. Sam says he can't find the man in the dream. Bobby explains that his name is Jeremy Frost, and he wasn't able to dream because his dad bashed his head in with a baseball bat, which resulted in Charcot-Wilbart syndrome, basically an inability to dream. Jeremy was able to get into Bobby's dream by offering him a beer, which he drank, leaving his DNA available for Jeremy to use in the African dream root tea. Dean admits he drank a beer too, so now Jeremy can come after him. Bobby tells him to coffee up because he can't go to sleep. 2 days later, a very irritated Dean drives the Impala, yelling at Bobby over the phone because they can't find Jeremy. Dean pulls over and says he's going to sleep, ready to take Jeremy on. Sam pulls out some of Dean's hair, insisting on going too. Dean doesn't like the idea of Sam digging around his head, but Sam won't listen. They both wake up in the Impala and step outside to see Lisa on a blanket with a picnic basket, telling Dean they have to pick up Ben soon and that she loves him, before disappearing. Dean denies ever having that dream to Sam. Sam spots Jeremy in the woods and they go after him, but Dean falls behind and finds himself alone in a long hallway. Sam looks for Dean in the woods. While Dean enters the motel room and sees someone at the desk, turning the light off and on. A dream version of him turns around, and Dean gets it. This is the dark part of his own subconscious. Dream Dean tells real Dean how worthless he feels and how he hates what he sees in the mirror. Dean tries to take control of Dream by snapping his fingers, but nothing happens. Dream Dean slams the door and locks it, holds a shrug and tells Dean they need to talk. Meanwhile, Sam wakes up with the Impala to find Jeremy next to him. He hits Sam with the bat, and Sam falls out of the car and tries to walk away. Jeremy comes after him, and Sam is suddenly tied to stakes in the ground. Jeremy says he gets stronger with each dream, and Sam and Dean aren't waking up. Dream Dean berates real Dean, telling him he's got nothing but Sam. Everything he owns was his dad's. His dad thought he was a good soldier and nothing else, and doted on Sam while not caring whether Dean lived or died. Dean fights back in a rage, calling his father an obsessed bastard who couldn't protect his family, who let his wife die, and who wasn't there for Sam. Dean doesn't deserve what his dad put on him, and he doesn't deserve to go to hell. He grabs a shotgun and shoots Dream Dean, symbolically killing the self-loathing part of himself, and then transformed into a black-eyed demon version of Dean, a manifestation of Dean's fear of his impending death and transformation to a demon in hell because of the deal he made with the Crossroads demon. This is what you're going to become, it taunts. Sam takes an intense beating from Jeremy. Jeremy tells Sam that there's nothing Jeremy can't do because of the dream route, and Sam reminds Jeremy that he took the dream route too. Jeremy's father appears, and Jeremy's frozen in fear. Gives him the chance to deliver 2 sharp whacks to the head with a baseball bat, killing Jeremy. Sam and Dean wake up in the Impala. Back at the motel, Bobby asks Sam if his ability to enter Jeremy's dream had anything to do with psychic stuff. Sam says no, but he's not certain. Dean says he can't find Bella, and upon discussion about Bella's motives, Bobby says he did call in says the only did in Flagstaff was give her a good deal on Amulet. Dean checks to see if it finds that Bella stole the Colt. Uh-oh. While packing up to hunt down Bella, Dean asks Sam what he saw in the dream. Sam only saw Jeremy, and Dean lies, saying nothing happened with him because he was looking for Sam. They get into the car, and Dean admits to Sam that he doesn't want to die and doesn't want to go to hell. Sam promises they'll find a way to save him. There was a final flash of Dean's dream with a demon version of himself, repeating to Dean that he's going to die and that's what he's going to become. Then snapping his fingers to end the dream. Dun dun dun. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. Bobby's killing of his wife when she was possessed will be referenced in later episodes, particularly when she was momentarily resurrected in the Season 5 episode, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. And now let's take a look at some trivia from this episode. This episode was named after the Oz episode with the same name. This is, however, not the first time supernatural episodes have been named after episodes of the TV series, as well as song names. When Dean enters the late doctor's office with his research assistant, among the books stacked on the desk is The Cumulative Dream by Arthur Ringrose. Osher Ringrose was set to for Supernatural from 2006 to 2015. This is the only time actress Elizabeth Marlowe portrays Karen, due to being visibly pregnant by the time she was supposed to reprise her role. In the scene where Bobby is lying in the hospital bed, Jared Padalecki was tickling Jim Beaver's feet. Jim was able to deliver his lines long enough to finish the scene. Afterwards, Jim yelled at Jared. This episode was intended to have Jason from the Friday the 13th appear in it, but 3 days before shooting, the studio to whom the Supernatural crew had asked permission to use the character admitted that they didn't have the rights to Jason. The crew then hurriedly rewrote the script. Jason appears briefly in the Season 4 gag reel, armed with a machete and hockey mask made by the crew. Jason was said to appear in Dean's dream world, and the episode turned to a more horror-themed one based on 80s movies. And yeah, Jared Padalecki did star in the 2009 remake of Friday the 13th, so there's that. Aaron quickly revealed that Dean and Sam's dreams were supposed to contrast each other. Sam dreaming of having sex with Bella was to show that below a soft exterior, Sam was basically a horn dog. Dean's dream, on the other hand, was to show Dean's soft desire of wanting to live a normal life with Lisa Braden. Aww. And he sort of kind of had that going on in Season 6, but that only lasted a few episodes, so there you go. So overall, I think this episode is kind of interesting, and yeah, you do feel kind of sad for Dean, especially what's going on with him throughout the season, so yeah. So overall, I give Dream a Little Dream of Me 4 Impalas out of 5. Anyway, tune in minutes we take a look at the next episode, and one of my personal favorites, Mystery Spot. So, until then, carry on, my wayward sons and daughters.